What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome to another showcase of Diablo 3 builds. In this new video series, I'm going to be talking about some of the best ways you can build your characters for the upcoming 2.6.1 patch for Season 12. We're going to start by looking at some ways to build your class based on a gear set for solo speedruns capable of farming on Torment 13 difficulty. These may not necessarily be the best builds in the game for speedrunning, but they are fun, fast, and will satisfy your need for speed with the highlighted set. These builds are especially designed for players with a low Paragon point count and few if any ancient legendary items. So if you're already rocking a respectable amount of either of those, these builds will perform even better. Let's get started. When I think of speed builds for wizards, one thing comes to mind: the Aether Walker. This weapon allows wizards to teleport at will without the cooldown at the cost of a little arcane power. And upon realizing the Tal Rasha set could fit an Aether Walker into its arsenal, I put all my concentration into this build until I found the right balance of damage and toughness. Aether Walker alone won't make for a good T13 wizard build. It's the updates coming to several wizard legendary items that makes this build possible. Those items include Nilfur's Boast, Triumvirate, Unstable Scepter, and the Halo of Karini. For this build, I settled on using 6 pieces of Tal Rasha in the head, amulet, body, belt, legs, and gloves. Nilfur's Boast, the boots, will be equipped for this build and gives our meteors now up to 900% increased damage. For the weapons, I use Aether Walker and the Triumvirate, which now gives Arcane Orbs up to 400% more damage after casting a signature skill and stacks up to 3 times. For rings, I equipped Unity on myself and my follower Cormac, and the Halo of Karini ring, which now provides up to 80% damage reduction after electrocuting an enemy just past 15 yards, down from 30, with storm armor. This is a huge buff to the Halo of Karini and is one of the keys to having enough toughness for this build. And finally, I should note my usual Nemesis bracers, and place whatever shoulders you like. It really doesn't matter as long as you have cooldown reduction, which we want a good portion of for this build. In the Kinetic cube, I have Unstable Scepter for the weapon, which now adds up to 450% more Arcane Orb damage. For the armor slot, Crown of the Primus to boost slow time, and Convention of Elements for the ring. Zay's Stone, Bane of the Powerful, and Bane of the Stricken are my legendary gems of choice for the obvious damage boost and also additional toughness against elites. For reroll priority, try to get Arcane Orb damage on head, boots, and offhand first, and cooldown reduction second. Cooldown reduction is important to ensure we can cast slow time often and trigger another meteor from Tal Rasha's with Black Hole every 8 seconds, which is the meteor cooldown on the set. To do that, aim for 40% cooldown reduction, which can be accomplished partly on gear, diamond in the head slot, and our evocation passive. The gear selection was almost as tricky as the skill selection, but it's satisfying once you find the right combination for Tal Rasha's. I'd take Electrocute with Surge of Power rune as my ranged signature skill to trigger Triumvirate, and is also my Lightning Meteor. Arcane Orb with Frozen Orb for our cold damage meteor. Black Hole with Blazer rune is a good control skill which also triggers our Fire Meteor. And Teleport with the Calamity Room gives us an Arcane Meteor. Slow time sadly does not spawn a meteor, but combined with Crown of the Primus makes for a fantastic control utility. And finally, Storm Armor can also trigger a Lightning Meteor, and with the power of the Storm rune reduces our spell's cost by 3. For passives, I already talked about the Evocation passive, which gives us a really nice chunk of our cooldown reduction we want. We also have Power Hungry for increased power at range, and Unstable Anomaly for our cheat death. Astral Presence is a big one. With as much as we're casting, the increased arcane pull and arcane regen from this passive ensures we rarely, if ever, run out of juice to cast. The Archon meta may finally be over, and I couldn't be happier. Seriously, it's been long overdue, and I've said this so many times coming up to the patch and throughout the testing on the PTR. to see wizards with more build variety, and now I can finally get the best of both worlds with the speed of the Aether Walker weapon and the cosmic power of the Tal Rasha's meteors. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give this build a run or two. If you have any questions or feedback, comments in general, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Click the like button to support Diablo 3 vids here on the channel, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.